When a terror attack happens, the world watches. The headlines are written. The news cycle moves on. But for the communities left behind, the real suffering is only just beginning. Terrorism is often measured by numbers. How many lives lost? How many buildings destroyed? How many arrests made? But beyond the headlines lies a deeper story, one that rarely makes the news. This video explores how terrorism destroys communities long after the cameras are gone. One of the first casualties of terrorism is home. After attacks, entire communities are forced to flee. Villages abandoned, overnight families sleeping in camps or with relatives. Generations disconnected from ancestral land. For many, returning is impossible. Fear lingers long after the violence ends. A home destroyed is more than a building. It is identity, history, and belonging. Terrorism doesn't just kill people, it kills livelihoods. Farms are left uncultivated. Markets shut down. Businesses collapse, jobs disappear. Communities that once sustained themselves become dependent on aid. Poverty deepens, creating conditions where instability continues to grow. Perhaps the most devastating impact is on children. Schools are often destroyed, abandoned, or too dangerous to attend. Children miss years of education. Some are forced into labor. Others grow up knowing only fear and uncertainty. When education stops, the future stops with it. The wounds of terrorism are not always visible. Survivors often live with nightmares, anxiety, depression, constant fear. Even ordinary sounds, like a motorcycle, a loud bang, can trigger memories of violence. Trauma becomes a silent epidemic within affected communities. Terrorism fractures trust between neighbors, between communities, between citizens and the state. Fear of informants and collaborators creates suspicion. When trust collapses, cooperation disappears, making recovery even harder. Even after attacks stop, insecurity remains. Military presence becomes permanent, movement is restricted. Daily life feels like survival. Children grow up seeing armed checkpoints as normal. Peace, when it comes, feels fragile. News headlines capture the moment of violence. They rarely capture the years of recovery that follow. True understanding requires looking beyond the attack, the perpetrators, the statistics, and focusing instead on people, communities, and healing. Terrorism does not end when the shooting stops. It lingers in empty homes, broken schools, and traumatized minds. If communities are to truly recover, the response must go beyond force, to include education, economic support, mental health care, and justice. Only then can healing begin. If this video helped you see terrorism beyond the headlines, consider subscribing and sharing. Awareness doesn't solve everything, but it's where change begins. This video is for educational and documentary purposes only.